You know, and I know, and they know, 'cause we know, we go all in. You know, and I know, they know, 'cause we know, we go all in. Yes, indeedy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newest edition of What You've Been Missing. You are now listening to, for the first time in 2020 Sizzle. I know we about 45 days out, 30 days out. The All Dressed Up podcast. I'm
Yes, sir.
Cadence DC. It is Hef Streams. Oh, wait a minute. We are all messed up on the All Dressed Up. 1 second. Let's get this right.
I wasn't gonna say
You
nothing, man, because you always get it right. You always get it figured out.
always get it right, man. Welcome. Look, Eric was in the building earlier when we accidentally went live. Welcome back, Eric McCoy. You coming in there. Sal's already in there. Shout out to Sal, the worst Eagles fan ever.
Ouch.
Oh, no. I love you, big dog. I love you, big dog. But look, man, we've been away for a while. You have some exciting news to share with the ADU family, man. Talk
Man,
about it. Talk about. By the way, I like your green, man. I appreciate the green you're wearing today.
you know what? I didn't know if you were gonna recognize the green. What up, Sal? It is the all
All
dressed
messed up.
up. Sal likes to call us the all messed up podcast, but we're on all platforms, man. I always love when it's that time on Sunday night. We can get everybody together live, and I got my man Kate Dizzle, DC on the other side, but we do have a new addition to the all dressed up family. Oh, we gonna get there, Erica. Welcome back, one of our day ones, Erica. Shout out to you. But yeah,
Shout out to the real boy.
my first son came through with the snowstorm with Snowmageddon. Yes,
Let's
yes.
go. Let's go.
Nolan Cash was born January 23rd. Man, I'm so excited, man. God is great. Much love to Shanae. Everybody's healthy, baby's healthy, wifey's healthy, and I'm just thankful, man. I'm blessed, man. So that's what I've been up to. That's why the gray is already showing in the beard. But but no, man. Just I'm excited, man. Fun times, fun times.
Good times. Congratulations, man. That's how many is that for you now? Is that Dos Chicas?
That's three.
That's three? Woo! Trace
That's
Leche
three.
is in the building, man. It'll age you quick, my guy. All the
Appreciate
best.
y'all.
All the best.
But
Two
I
girls
love it,
and boy.
man. You know what a great way to bring in 2026, man. Nova's been playing big sister in the house every day with Nolan, having a ball, man. So it's a great time. Took some time off for paternity leave,
Let's
as
go.
we like to call it. So yeah, I'm already in here like, damn. But again, it's a blessing, man. I appreciate you.
Fathers need love too, man. And that's why I said take that extra time. Make sure you're there, make sure you're available, and make sure you're active and present in the moment because they got them two wild rascals. One of them's gonna take all the time, the other one's gonna take every other waking second and moment because she's feeling herself, because she's just who she is. She's a big ball of energy. I love it. Shout out to Nova and shout out to Nolan, man. We're proud and we're excited for your family and the big things to come. Shout out to the real McCoy and Sal in the building. But look, man, you and I both, you and I both have no interest in what's going on in the NFL season right now.
Not at all. Not at all, man. And I don't know if anybody watching care. Who's watching as we're kicking the show off right now? You're coming through. Who is excited for Super Bowl? What number is it? 60?
I think it's Super Bowl 60. Yes.
It's a big time number. It's a milestone number, but is it going to be a milestone matchup?
hmm
That's the question.
I know. Well, let me say this before we start really getting deep in, man. Shout out to the Grammys being
Okay,
on right now on TV. It's a lot of random people I've never heard before
let's put
and
that
people
on
I've
the
never
side.
seen before. We're just gonna let that ride. But it's on tonight and it's on the TV. I think anybody up in particular we thinking about that should win or what's going on?
Man, usually we be on
Looks like
point with
Bad
this,
Bunny just
man.
won something.
Yeah, usually we be on point when we cover the Grammys
We
as
do.
far as categories. Let's see what we got, man. I'll pull it up while you Why you keep it moving?
No, Bad Bunny just won. So yeah, nobody's excited, but we're watching just so that we can. We got a terrible matchup in Bugs Bunny. You're absolutely right. Nobody's really excited about the Grammys.
Well,
Uh,
here's a record of
go
the
ahead.
year category. Record of the year: DTMF by Bad Bunny,
Okay.
Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter,
Okay.
Anxiety by Doechii,
Okay.
Wildflower by Billie Eilish,
Okay.
Abracadabra by Lady Gaga,
Okay.
Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA,
Okay.
The Subway by Chappell Roan,
Okay.
and APT by Roseanne Bruno Mars.
All right. APT just came out, didn't it?
Yeah, APT was the one that was out a little while ago.
A while ago?
My baby like that song. It's like pate, pate. That song.
No. That's all right though. We're just gonna rock with it. Hey no,
Say
hey
hi, say hi, say
Nova.
hi, Nova, to the people. You are looking like the pink Power Ranger. Get on camera. Say hi. Look, look. Hi. All right, go back. You finish your show. You help me. Come on, Nova. I'll help you. All
That's
right,
what it's about. That's what it's about. Fatherhood, man. I don't know half of those songs, but I
we are
will tell you
live.
this: we are live. I will tell you this: I know the clips better bring home some Grammys. That's all I know. But look, we are. You know that we know what it is. And Doichi, I don't know why I messed that up. Doichi, she had a great.
Eclipse's album is up for album of the
Is it
year.
up
Yeah.
from album of the year? We shall see, said the blind man. We shall see. But long story short, nobody's really excited about the Grammys. We're watching it because I guess we just want to stay relevant. And two, we want to see who's going to win and who's going to lose and how much politics is involved. But the Super Bowl in itself
Yeah.
is the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. This is harking back to the old Legion of Boom. Was that 2012? Was that long ago?
Yeah. Probably even before then, maybe.
Patriots versus Seahawks.
All right, Eagles fans, slow down. They're already ready to go. Okay, we can go there if y'all want to talk some Eagles. We got some Eagles fans in the chat.
Yeah, we got a terrible matchup. It is a terrible matchup. I don't think. Who do you? Let's before we go there. Who's your pick for Super Bowl? Who
Seattle.
your Super Bowl in the chat? Huh?
I'm taking
Seattle.
Seattle. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
taking Seattle. My pick has been pretty boring. Just like the league, the season's been, but they play good football. They're playing really good football down the stretch,
Hmm.
and best combination of quarterback play and defense play. You
Fair.
know, probably just edging out New England. I think both teams you know that have been playing the best January football are in
Hmm.
the Super Bowl.
I agree wholeheartedly. Is it boring because our teams aren't in it?
Hi, Daddy. I love you. Love you too, baby. It's definitely boring because the majority of America's teams aren't in it. And I mean, outside of the Patriots fans right now, I'm curious to see how they really feel about this, man. It's like it's been a rough year. I'm not trying to take anything away from New England, but
Mhm.
a Super Bowl is a Super Bowl. But I said earlier, what's good, Ralph? So his name is Nolan Cash, big dog, Nolan Cash. But
You
at
call it
the
little Marcus. Little Marcus.
little Marcus, but
Little
yeah, the
Marcus.
baby boy is Nolan Cash, man. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's like this was the type of NFL season that a team that you didn't expect, I think, was going to come through and pull it out in the end, and that's what it's looking like. I mean, the Eagles got all types of shit going on, staying in the news throughout the playoffs. The Eagles have constantly got everybody stressed out about their coordinator position. Um, whenever you want to go there, we can go there. But yeah, man. No Chiefs, no Eagles,
Do we
no. We about to
do
say
we want to go there? No, no, no Chiefs, no Eagles, no who else. I mean, the Chiefs had an epic failure of a season. We know that to be true. I mean, they fell apart in every sense of the word, and they lost Patrick Mahomes to possibly a couple weeks into the season. Yeah, pray for your team. You got a lot of stuff going on.
Erica was rooting for Patullo to get fired like midway through the season. I saw Erica
Everybody,
on IG calling for Patullo.
everybody. I
Are
mean,
y'all happy that Patullo got fired? I mean, what's up? What's up?
absolutely, absolutely. We are excited that he got fired. It should have happened in week 3, honestly, because we all saw the writing on the wall and we just let it ride and we knew where the train was going to crash. You know, the fact that we got into the playoffs was just out of pure talent alone. Just being honest with you, just pure talent alone. The play calling has been horrible all season long. Now we've got who do we have? Sean Minion. I can't even think of his name. Sean Minion.
Sean Mannion,
Sean Mannion.
former
Minion.
backup quarterback, journeyman,
Onion. Manion. Minion.
33 years old, real
33
young.
years old.
I'm not quite sure what type of niche this guy's coming with, but he's gonna have a challenge with being one on one with Jalen Hurts, in my opinion. I think that's gonna be the biggest job and biggest task at hand. Erica says our season didn't have to be like
Very true.
that. Changes should have been made early, but that's what happens, man.
Name your head coach.
Cocky teams don't make those changes, man. They ride them out because
No,
they just feel like they're gonna be able to pull through, and that's what y'all did. And it came back to get you, man.
no,
Keep it
that's not
real.
cocky teams. That is poor management. You and I both know that is poor management. Poor management by the head coach not pulling the rug and saying, "Hey, this ain't working," or getting a lot more involved, or pulling the play calling from him. So
I think what happened there was Sirianni definitely put it on him with that Patullo decision. That's why I think Howie made Sirianni pull the plug at the end of the year, and now it's going to come down to Sean Mannion. And in my opinion, this guy, what's good,
what you
Q? In my opinion, Sean Mannion is going to be like I hate to shit on the young man as soon as he gets his job, but I think anybody that's taking that position is a puppet, especially right
what?
now.
What?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anybody taking the offensive coordinator position right now for the Philadelphia Eagles is a puppet, man. Like Erica said, Patullo was his friend. So here comes Sean Mannion, somebody that, isn't expected to probably light the world on fire. He's probably not going to talk back. He's probably not going to ruffle a lot of feathers in the locker room. And just another extension of Sirianni, just having still more control. And that's what I thought. Like a lot of people probably didn't want to take the Philadelphia Eagles offensive coordinator job. And
Half,
that's just me keeping it real with you.
half you, my boy. You sound stupid as hell, though.
How?
You sound stupid as hell. Everybody who's everybody knows one thing and one thing alone. If you take the OC position in Philly and you succeed, and that is Super Bowl, which the last couple ones have, it is the easiest path to a head coach position. It's the easiest path.
So
Two,
why was it so hard? Go ahead before I ask you that
you
question.
saying why was it so hard?
Why was it so hard this year for the Eagles offense to get back to its old form just from last season, just from the season before?
Because we had a trash play caller. We
Oh,
had an absolute trash play caller.
so it has nothing to do, and I didn't expect this to get to an Eagles debate this
I know
early,
you took
but
it there.
it had nothing to do with the play of Jalen Hurts.
Absolutely not.
The
Everything to do.
mediocre play of Jalen Hurts,
Here we go.
the
Here we go. I'm not.
15 the 15 to 20th ranked quarterback in the NFL
This
who's
is
got AJ Brown on one side, Devontae Smith on the other, and Saquon in the backfield. Are you serious right now? What are we talking about?
every time we try to get into a serious conversation about the Eagles, we always go back to the hateration and holleration in this dancery
Okay.
on how Jalen Hurts is not an elite quarterback. Okay. Erica, the real McCoy says our plays were hella predictable. How can you be successful if your play calling or your scheme is trash? Riddle me that. It's
Wow.
like, how can you be successful if the only playbook you have on offense is special teams play?
So look,
How do you do that? If you
so
don't have, you can have all the weapons in the world. This is an exact. This was a perfect example of this season being so. You can have all the weapons in the world. You can have all the right talent in the right places. But if you don't have a plan and a scheme to utilize the people you have to the fullest extent, you will not go anywhere. You
I
won't
agree
go
with you. You're
anywhere.
not saying anything wrong, but you're still forgetting the elephant in the room,
You try to say,
and that's Jalen Hurts was playing
here we go.
subpar football.
Here we go. Jalen Hurts had the same exact stats as Josh Allen this year. The same exact stats as Josh Allen. Was Josh Allen playing mediocre football this year? Okay. Whoa. Let's
At
go.
the end of the day,
So go ahead.
we're talking about you guys and what you're doing at offensive coordinator, right?
Yep.
Sean Mannion has an uphill battle. He's gonna have to figure out the relationship with Jalen Hurts and
Mhm.
what offense are y'all gonna run? Are y'all gonna run the ball? Are y'all gonna stay true to the real essence of your offense and run the football, or
Mhm.
are y'all gonna sling the ball around and Jalen Hurts hasn't proved to be able to do it consistently to AJ Brown and to all those
Jesus.
receivers. I think, and I said this in a group chat
Mhm.
earlier or yesterday, I think, when I was watching Enough Said. Shout out to Enough Said podcast, by the way.
Emotional damage.
Go ahead.
So I had said I'm in a room watching the Shakur Stevenson fight last
Mhm.
night. I don't know if you guys saw that debacle. Shakur Stevenson dominates Tiafimo, but I'm in a room full of Ravens fans, right? And it seems like a lot of Ravens fans are just expecting AJ Brown to get traded to Baltimore somehow. I don't know what they heard, but is Philly calling and knocking on doors to shop AJ Brown this offseason?
It's wishful thinking and chicken foot soup that they out and burning sage and incense, hoping that they get Lamar Jackson some help, some other help other than one receiver out there. Oh,
Mm.
Isaiah Likely's coming by too. So look, look, man, we I don't know. We do this every season. Every season we do this about Jalen Hurts, about how he is a subpar. He can't do this. He can't do that. He's this. He's that. And yet this man does nothing but go out and perform every freaking season. Every season.
Do you
Never too much.
guys want AJ Brown to stay on
Absolutely.
the team? And do
Absolutely.
you guys still want him to be a focal point of your offense?
Absolutely.
Chat,
Absolutely.
tell me what you think, chat. And also, again, who is your Super Bowl pick as the bottom line is going across the screen? Because this is the first episode of the All Dressed Up podcast for 2026 pre Super Bowl kickoff, man.
He went into a straight Jalen Hurts
I
hash
had
show.
to, man. I have been a great sport riding the Eagles bandwagon with you guys all season long. I haven't said anything to shit on the Eagles year. I think, and I'm gonna tell you what,
Go ahead.
I thought you guys were playing possum. I was the one foolish,
I don't know why you thought
person.
that.
I was the foolish person watching, saying to all you guys, "Oh man, Philly's offense is gonna turn it back on as soon as the playoffs hit." I said, "Watch," and I'm sitting there like, "Shit, no, they're not." Mike says, I think the question with Hurts is his leadership and command of the team. Josh Allen may have had the same stats, but Josh was the heart of the team. When are we going to say that about Jalen? It's a great question. K Dizzle, answer that man's question.
When are we going to say that about Jalen? Anytime we are freaking winning and he puts the team on his back. Go
Good
look
point.
at every
I'm glad you said that.
anytime that we are winning, he puts the team on his back and wins the game. He drops dimes every time it's needed. If you go back and look, this man is one of the most accurate passers in the game right now.
This man is truly the most, like, if I'm playing well and we're winning, I get all the credit, like you just said. And when we lose, I get shit on quarterback ever. I will admit.
Every
I
time,
will admit that.
without fail. We can go back and look at the Minnesota game where he was dropping dimes left and right, and we actually put AJ Brown on the playbook. And AJ Brown had 100 yards, and they was whooping him 34-17 or something. And we act like he can't do this every game. But the problem is, if we don't do the right plays, if we're doing the same plays 4 times, 5 times in a row in the divisional game, then in the playoffs, all four
Playoffs.
teams, all
Playoffs.
four teams, if we're doing the same thing every time, how hard is it to defend against that? How hard is it? Think about that. Again, it goes back to play calling. It goes back to scheme. It goes back to coaching.
All right. Well,
We had a,
I
we had
hope
a crappy coach.
I hope Sean Mannion can come in and figure it out. I love you too, sweetheart.
Saquon won a lot of games and covered a lot of sins. Stop it.
All right, we'll
Stop it.
finish.
Celebration Mason.
Let's go. Celebration Mason. That was actually a place kind of like Chuck E. Cheese up in the north. There was a place in North Carolina in the southern area called Celebration Station. It was almost the same thing. Our defense did this a lot of times.
Another great
This
point.
is Sal. This is blasphemy. Saquon won a lot of games and covered a lot of sins. That is false. Saquon,
Oh,
we got to get off this. We got to get off the Eagles. We have to get off the.
it's all good. If y'all want to talk Eagles, it's
No,
fine because we
we're
have
not gonna do this
been
all the
on
time.
for a couple of weeks. It's
We're not.
okay.
I know, but look, we can't say that Saquon won us a lot of games because Saquon is an all time talent. Okay, and you feed that man the ball when he's being successful. The same way you feed Derrick Henry the ball, the same way the Rams fed Steven Jackson the ball, the same way they fed Emmitt Smith the ball. anybody, Barry Sanders, because you know that he is an all world talent that comes once in a generation. The same way that they tried to feed Ashton Genty the ball with a terrible offensive line, in the same way that they fed Bijan Robinson to beat the Rams right before they went to the playoffs.
But
All world talent.
the
It
difference
was not.
is
The difference
the
was
2024 season, the man Saquon had 3-man holes he could run through.
absolutely,
Every run play. Come on, baby, stop. I love you too. And then this year, it closed up and things got more real. So that's
absolutely.
a major difference.
Absolutely. Look, we're gonna get off these goddamn Eagles. We know that Super Bowl sucks right now. Nobody in our sphere really cares about it. We think the Seahawks are taking it. I think the Pats are a little still too green. They exposed themselves, even though the weather was the weather in Denver. They exposed themselves to being not ready for the moment. I think the Seahawks are more mature. They can get it. Sam Darnold's going to exercise his demons and get paid some real money, and he might fade from there. So shout out to the NFL being fun up into the playoffs.
Well, give your prediction before we move on. It's at
Seahawks. I said Seahawks.
what's your score?
Like 31-17.
K Dizzle calls Seahawks 31-17. I see it a little closer.
I don't think it goes 50 points.
It might get close. I think 27-20 Seattle.
Okay. What are you thinking? Late
I
fourth
think
quarter, fourth quarter rally?
yeah, I do. I think the first half is pretty Shakur Stevenson like, a lot of feeling out, a lot of a lot of efficient defense, and I don't see a lot of turnovers because Drake May, he started fumbling the ball, but he's a real efficient quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
and Sam Darnold's been playing well. So yeah, slow first half, 27-21. I feel Q on that prediction. I'm saying 27-20, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. I don't see it. I got the under 50 on that. You did a fantastic segue in there talking about Shakur Stevenson and that boxing. Um, I will say this. So before we get into the main event, right? Before we get deep into the main event, okay, we have to talk about what we have to talk about. We have to share what we have to share. Yes, we're going to allow it. We have to talk about what we got to talk about. Okay. Right here in the preliminary fights. If you're
Two pay gate.
shout out to the Beijings and the toupees out there. I have I'm not sure what possessed Jarrell Miller to go into his all world boxing match with a hairpiece on, knowing he's going to sweat profusely. Okay. Is this on the screen? We got this on the screen. Knowing that
It
he's
is
gonna
on the
sweat,
screen.
okay. Knowing that this is going to happen. Okay. How do you get in the ring and allow this to happen to yourself?
Wow, that is going to make the rounds on social media. That's like a cartoon.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It is a toupee.
He just took it off his head.
Our group going in this fight. Took some shots I usually don't want to take, but at the end of the day, it's boxing.
My Lord, I don't even know what, muffin cap peeled, top off the Maybach, what's the Nas one, the titties is out. Oh my God. I don't know how who told him to go in there?
Bro.
Who told him to do that?
Bro, I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life, let alone in a professional boxing match on pay-per-view, man. Whoever put the man unit on your boy Gerald Miller needs to never be close to doing any hair again. I hope Miller did it himself. And then the crazy part is his excuse of why his shit was like that. He said he took a shower at his mom's house and the shampoo had nair in it. Hey, he got his muffin cap peeled back blue.
Damn it.
Come on, bro. Come on. I
Oh
don't
my
believe you.
goodness,
I don't believe
man.
you. I don't believe you.
This shit was
I don't
hilarious,
believe you.
man. Oh, it's going to have people talking
Everybody
about it.
talking about him. If you haven't seen the explanation, let me pull the explanation up because the explanation don't match Nothing this Bama was saying in real life. Nothing about it makes any sense in the world. So
It's like ammonium bleach. I literally lost my hair like 2 days ago.
ammonium.
So I called my man. I said, give me the man. Let me slap that shit on real quick. Abiza knocked that shit off. But like I said before, man, it's funny, man. I'm a comedian. So it's so funny, right? I get to my mama's house and she had some shampoo bottles under her table. And I shampooed it. Yo, the shit was like ammonium bleach. I literally lost my hair like 2 days ago. So I called my man. I said, give me the man. Let me slap that shit on real quick. Abiza knocked that shit off.
This man.
Hey, bro.
I can't do it. I can't. Come on, man. Come on.
Too funny, man. I
Don't
couldn't believe it. I can't
come
believe it.
on. Under your mom's table. Under your
Hold
mom's
on.
table.
Hold
2 days.
on to your
First,
hairline, man.
you're
Hold on to your
professional.
hairline.
You're a professional boxer. What are you doing shampooing and washing your hair at your mama house 2 days before an important fight?
He dead wrong making his mom the excuse for that goddamn travesty he called a man unit. Was that a toupee? What was that jump, man?
Bro.
That thing was terrible. Got it popped off the top of his head.
Bro.
Pilt his muffin cap back blue.
No, we're not doing that. We not believing none of that. None of
So
that.
he gonna go down as the guy who got his hairline knocked off. My man lost coins like in Sonic.
No, man. No. You don't. You my guy. Come on. You're gonna live in infamy. You're not going to live that down. You can't be a comedian after you try to act like you a comedian before you a boxer, bro. Why are you putting a unit on when you boxed anyway? Bro, you sweating, you getting hit in the face.
AQ,
And
there's
the
so many.
expectation, the belief is that this glue is foundational. You think this glue is part of God's creation? No, my guy.
I'm gonna tell you right now. They 300-pound heavyweight fighters walking in there with toupees on their
Mhm.
head. I don't know what made him have any type of idea to think that was gonna make it through that type of contact, man.
He
Just
gets
a
all
bad
the
idea.
he deserves all the attention he's getting. Shout out to Jarrell Miller in his 2 piece. I saw somebody keeping company in the seat next to him on Twitter. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
Oh, that shit is
Look,
hilarious.
so let's talk about the main event because I have to be fully transparent. I did
Let's
not
go.
watch this fight.
I did, unfortunately.
I know. So I watched the highlights though. And the highlights didn't tell me anything that I wanted to know.
Okay.
Okay. I did
I'll tell you
see.
whatever you need to know.
Go ahead. Please tell me what I need to know. Because people are saying like we have at the bottom of the screen, right?
Yeah.
People are saying that he's the next Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
Please explain to me, because if you tell me he's the next Money Mayweather, that's going to bore me to death.
Yeah. The difference is that Floyd Mayweather had different points of his career where he had different levels of talent. You know, the young
Mhm.
Floyd Mayweather came out and actually had knockouts,
Right,
and he did have punching power.
right,
Floyd fought for a long time, and
hmm
over time, his hands got a little brittle. We've talked about it over the
correct,
years, and he stopped hitting as hard, and he got much more tactical with his
correct.
defense. And right now, Shakur is the closest thing defensively that I've seen of Floyd Mayweather in the ring, especially being comparable to the same weight. I'll give him that. He definitely can take a fighter and neutralize their style because TL came in. Everybody was talking about how athletic he is and how if he made it a fight, he would give Shakur trouble. But Shakur didn't allow any of that. His jab was superb. It was phenomenal, man. The jab was present all night. Shakur Stevenson is very similar to Bud Crawford, who was a guy who was there throughout the entire lead up to the fight and through the fight with his accuracy. One of the most accurate punchers in boxing. I mean, the guy's sharp, no question about it.
But from what I've seen, he did not take any opportunity to finish his guy.
He doesn't have the power. He doesn't
Thank
have the
you.
knockout
Thank
ability.
you for saying it.
It's nowhere near there. The same way that he's phenomenal defensively and tactically, he has no power at all.
So
And
that so you know what that looks like to me? A born as hell boxer.
Yeah,
If you don't, if you're that young and that age and have the talented skills or the tactfulness of, let's say, a Floyd Mayweather, and the defense skills of that too as well, you're playing for points. If you know you can't knock this guy out, or you don't take willful advantage of the opportunities that you set up, that's a boring ass fight.
it
And
is.
I really don't want to. I'm. That's not an entertaining boxing match. You want to pay. You want to come back and see.
Look, if you grew up on your Mike Tysons, your Sugar Ray Leonards, this isn't going to be the fighter for you. Um,
Hmm.
you know, I was in the room with a lot of guys watching the fight, and we were talking about older fighters versus, a Shakur now. And I think he'd have trouble with a lot of fighters from the early 2000s. Like a young De La Hoya would give him problems.
Hmm.
Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker would give Shakur
Hmm.
problems. But all those guys could punch.
Hmm.
That's the biggest difference between now and 20 years ago.
So you can, well, not even 20 years ago, you can say the Charlo brothers could punch, but only one of them could finish. The
Right.
other one couldn't. But they were fighting. Andre Ward could finish a fight, and he could
Yeah.
punch. Keith Thurman, as wild and sometimes unorthodox as he was, he could finish a fight. You wanted to see him fight. Bud Crawford, you wanted to see fight. Zab Judah, you wanted to see fight. I mean, there's a bunch of
Even Canelo.
even Canelo, you wanted to see fight. And some of the repeat people they kept beating up, Maidana, you wanted to see him fight.
Shit,
Yes.
Rolly's one of the most exciting fighters out right now. Rolly
Yeah,
Ramirez.
yeah, Josecito Lopez.
Yeah.
I'm just naming random people that you wanted to see.
Pitbull Cruz.
You wanted to watch those fights because you know that it could be explosive anytime. When I saw later on in Mayweather's years, you knew exactly what you were going to get
Yeah.
when you watched the fight. It was going to be defense, it was going to be running, it was going to be points. The only thing you were rooting for at that point was at some point the other person that's fighting him make it a fight and take him out of that zone, and nobody could.
But if you know boxing and if you watch fights, like when I watched the fight come on last night, as soon as the first round started and finished, I
You
looked
know what's
around.
going to be.
I said, "This is over."
Yeah.
It was one of those. It was a style clash. And the only way Tiafimo was going to have a chance was roughing him up.
Hmm.
And Tiafimo didn't know how to even do that. I mean, he,
Hmm.
he was neutralized to the point where that jab was so effective. He was just peppering Tiafimo
Yeah.
all night. And the one disappointing part was, after 12 rounds of domination, he couldn't compound the damage to finish him and stop him. And it
Yeah.
would have been a bigger message for him and his future. Speaking of Shakur Stevenson, but he's got all the cosigns. Bud Crawford was in his corner. Um, Bud Crawford was in his corner. Andre Ward was in his corner.
Hmm.
Clarissa Shields. He had all the big names backing him
Everybody's
because
going to,
they're
yeah.
supporting him because they want him to carry the torch.
They want him to carry a torch, but you got to build your legend. You got to be able to build the legend of who you are by knocking some people out. Because
Yeah,
people want to see somebody get knocked out. People want to see you KO somebody. And if they come to all your fights and they're the same, they're stylistic, they're tactful, they're classic, and the only people that's really going to love them are boxing heads,
yeah,
that's a very narrow group of folks that you'll have as a fan base. You'll get all the accolades from these folks, but the people that pay money, that keep paying the pay per view, they're not gonna keep buying out the money and shelling it out. That's the same reason why freaking your boy with the shallow fights that he took that got knocked out and his jaw broke. That's why he's the biggest thing in boxing as it
Jake
stands right now.
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul. And
So
look,
Mike says, "How was the overall presentation and commentary? I've not heard much about the zone. Or do you consider the fight name worth the money? The zone's been heavily in conjunction with the Turkey from Saudi. Over there overseas, he's come up with some of the biggest fights. He put together
mhm,
the Crawford Canelo fight. So he was there in Madison Square Garden. The crowd was pretty decent. I don't think it was a huge like sellout like everybody expected. It seemed pretty light inside the arena.
mhm,
As far as the presentation was phenomenal. I was really satisfied with the zone's presentation and commentary. They didn't really have big names as far as anybody that I knew that was a part of the commentary, but I wasn't against any of that. I just didn't really like, you know, like it was just it's just a matchup for me. And the thing about it is, when you look at the undercard, you had Keyshawn Davis, who was very exciting. I don't know if you're familiar with this young man,
Mhm.
but he's coming up. He was talking about he wants to fight Devin Haney, another fighter who doesn't really get stops and
Right.
doesn't have that power. But this guy Keyshawn Davis, he ended up getting a knockout 12th round last night.
Mm.
That was pretty exciting. But you know, I don't know, man. I'm not really there for the Shakur Stevenson wave. I think we've already really seen the best that we're gonna get from him, man.
I
But
agree.
I got to give him credit though. He did get the fourth title in four different weight classes, so another, you know, all time achievement.
All time achievement, collecting belts. You just keep moving up, and collecting belts, and that's how you gain your notoriety. That's how you gain your fame. That's how you gain your legend. Um, and you can do that just like Mayweather did. Be a super tactical boxer. It's just not the exciting boxer that everybody's looking for to bring the luster back to the sport. Let me just say that. Just bring the luster back to the sport. Unfortunately, Jake Paul is bringing the luster back to the sport, and we all don't like him for our own for our own selfish reasons. So, shout out to the fight last night. Shout out to Jarrell Miller making last night's fight legendary and losing his top
Wow, man,
that joint. Look,
some
you
wild
brought this
shit.
up. Yeah, it's crazy. You brought this up here, and I have to really agree. I didn't want to put on the ticker what you actually said. The NBA sucks. That's what you actually said.
Yeah,
And I
can you
want to ask
believe it,
the question: what's wrong with the NBA?
man?
And look, I can answer it myself because I just saw somebody repost a bunch of what's your boy?
LeBron.
No, not LeBron. James Harden clips. I just saw somebody you know, post a bunch of James Harden reels where he's doing half-ass work on the court and just random stupid stuff. What is wrong with the NBA?
The NBA to me reminds me of the nicest and most popular club is about to shut down. Right, the
Shout out
end of
to
the
Club 23.
the end of
Shout
the
out to DC
run,
Live. Shout out to Love the Nightclub. Shout out to Dream.
the end of the night is coming. It's approaching soon,
Shout out to H2O.
and people are starting to make their exit. And it's time for you to get that person that you've been eyeing all night. It's time for you to get that
To
that
close out.
one. You got to close out, and that's how the NBA feels to me. A lot of old talent that I've been watching since I was a kid. That's grown up. That I've grown up with following now. That's still jockeying for position to get a ring. It's disgusting, man. I mean, to see the NBA finally like come to a head with all the team moving and shaking to get these rings, it's nasty now because it's like, all right, where you going now? All right, you know what's going on, and the NBA's trying to be slick about it because they're talking about all the trade deadlines coming.
Mhm.
The trade deadlines coming. These teams don't want to move these stars because that's their ticket. Milwaukee doesn't really want to trade Giannis, but the NBA wants him to go. Because the thing about it is they need the balance of power on the coast. And with LeBron fizzling out, nobody's been really able to carry the torch from him towards the end of his career. The NBA is nervous because you don't want LeBron to retire and you're left with a Giannis in Milwaukee.
Well,
You
Giannis trying to
know?
get out of Milwaukee right now.
That's my
So
point.
look,
So it's a coincidence, but it's perfect timing for him to get out of Milwaukee
mhm.
because the NBA needs that. Okay, baby, I'm
You got
almost
to get
done.
there. You got to get there. We're wrapping up, and I think what matters the most is what you said right there. The NBA does not have an icon. They don't have a successor to LeBron, and LeBron has overstayed his welcome.
Well, he did. He did.
Be
And
honest.
talk about who was supposed to be the next bearer of the torch. Was it John Morant?
You
Is
always
it a Joel Embiid? No.
stop it, bro. Stop it. You
You
always have
know,
be.
is it a Zion Williamson?
Yeah,
You
bad. It
hear?
is draft time. It
Hey,
is draft time. Have
hey, man,
and
for everybody who's been sticking with the ADU podcast over the last 2 years, all you guys who join us live, man, I really appreciate the love. But we really had to squeeze a podcast in
Mhm.
tonight, so we appreciate y'all, man.
there is nobody to carry the torch. They thought it was they thought it was Zion Williamson. They
Yeah, that's
thought
what
it
I'm
was
saying.
Nikola Jokic. They thought it was They thought it was Giannis. They thought it was
I mean, is it Luca now? Are they going to just
Tatum. They
basically
thought it was Luka Doncic. Um, um, they thought it was
Paul
Paul
George?
George.
I mean,
Shut up.
yeah, man.
Joel Embiid. They thought it was Ben Simmons. I mean, they thought it was Jeremy Lin. I mean, they don't have. They
If
don't have.
Kevin Durant can still fetch 5 or 6 players for a trade, I mean, yeah, they're in trouble, man.
It's
The NBA's in trouble.
they have an identity crisis. Let's just be honest. They have an
Yeah,
identity crisis. They don't know who they want to be, what they want to be. I think what has not helped them is all of the podcasts by the former NBA players really exposing how the game is no longer authentic. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Where players they're counted not just on minutes, but they're also counted on shots. When I started hearing that, like, oh, you can only take X amount of shots this game and stuff like that, bro, I don't know when it went to that, but going to that, I'm thinking the games that we used to watch in the 90s and early 2000s, how you felt like they had plays and whoever was open was making the shots and winning it. And but now it's so scheduled. It's so this, that, and that. Like I said, John Morant has the talent, but not the maturity. You're not gonna win.
And
You're
and
gonna
maybe
ride it into oblivion, bro. It's not
maybe
even
the, maybe the NBA is a product of their own.
on demand.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I remember a time where we had to catch games as they came on cable TV, and like I was just talking to my man earlier, like
Mhm.
when Vince Carter was playing, you would go find the channel, the time, the day when Vince Carter was
Yep.
playing, because it was pure entertainment. I don't know if the problem is right now there's too much talent around and the NBA is diluted. But no, I don't think they have likable stars, Mike, to be honest with you. I don't think they have anybody that has the killer instinct as well as the talent. I mean, maybe like a guy like SGA, but again, to me, he's not as marketable as a
No,
Michael Jordan, as a Kobe Bryant. And the other problem is you have too many people that like each other. There's no rivalries. There hasn't been any real rivalries over the past 20 years. Like when you had teams back in the day when they suited up and played, you was like, "Oh, it's gonna be some
it's
shit."
gonna be some shit.
The NBA is too soft, man. Way
I
too
just
soft.
I think it's too micromanaged, it's too controlled. I don't feel like when I turn on the NBA game, they're actually balling. I don't feel like I'm watching I feel like I'm watching a controlled environment. And yeah, these
Yeah,
young players are just chasing the check. A controlled environment where there is no real fire or desire to be the best, other than just to try and maybe win this game and not get hurt and get to the next city and get to the next paycheck. I don't feel like there is a team that's out there that you can go and you can watch and they're going to light it up every night or give you everything that night.
yeah.
Between them, resting players just because they're trying to rest them for the season. I don't know when that became a real thing. And the controlling of how many minutes you play and how many shots you can take as a player on this, because this person has got this contract and they have to be. It's just, I think it's micromanaged, and it's to the point where, yeah, back in the day they cared about the game. They were out there balling and they was actually putting their heart on the court. And you felt like this was a game of the top tier elite talent out there that's really balling out there. The only difference was they were getting paid super from what you saw around the corner or at the gym or wherever you did it. You
But
felt
but not
like,
even just that, KD. Like the games really were different, man.
yeah,
Like the game, like this is a league where their games actually change.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying? Like what other professional sport organizations has had their game change so much than the NBA? I mean, the game itself has changed the culture around the game. Remember how I felt when AI and Philly went up against the Lakers in the NBA Finals,
oh, for sure.
and AI, first off, that game one that Philly won. I know they didn't win a damn series, but that shit
Mhm.
was just as big as a championship.
It was electric.
I mean, it was
It was electric.
crazy, man. You don't have anything close to that in the NBA now. And with LeBron leaving and with nobody being the immediate torchbearer,
Mhm.
good luck with having Wemby do it. just not marketable, man.
Good luck, Charlie. Good luck, Charlie. They got a lot of
Yeah.
issues and they got some growing up to do. They'll figure it out. They're making a boatload of money. And sooner or later, somebody's going to come along. They're going to latch onto them and they're going to research and bring back a new live energy to it. I want my Wizards to be great, but it's going to be a new 3 or 4 years before we even see that.
Shit, they were great tonight. They played
They
out.
were.
They played out their mind tonight.
Yeah, they do. They do light it up every so and again. But they were at 11 and 35 or something like that.
12 and 38, 13
12
and
and
38.
13 and 38. So shout out to the Wizards. A lot more games games go.
Better you than me wearing your Wizard hat tonight.
Look, I'm always rep. Even as bad as they are. I've been repping them for 40 years. It is what it is. Even when they were the Bullets. But look, we gotta go because it is bath time. We gotta go because it's bath time. Tell them where they can find you, big dog.
Hey man, thanks for sticking with me. It's Hef Streams Media everywhere: Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Keep up with the Climbback series. I got new episodes dropping, man. Nolan Cash is here.
Nolan Cash is here. Submit all your ideas and information to All Dressed Up Podcast. We'll bring you on the show. We might talk about what you think we need to talk about and bring it to the forefront so that we can address your concerns, your issues, or some things you're working through to get us there, man. I'm K Dizzle DC. I'm Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, everywhere. You got to be there. You can follow us and see us on Spotify. You can see us on YouTube, Google, wherever a podcast is being played. Tidal, Apple Music, you will find these logos and you will find us there so you can listen back at any time you want. Lock this number in your phone, 301-857-1757. Be a part of the conversation, live and direct. We might even bring you in on bath time. Who knows what happens? Anytime, anything is possible when we are live and direct. Anything can happen.
Hey, if anybody forgot, we've been doing this show live each and every episode, so don't sleep on the All Dressed Up Podcast. And I love y'all.
Love y'all. We out, Doc. You know, and I know, and they know, cause we know, we go all in, you know, and I know, they know, cause we know, we go all